Hello, so this time we have a game on 2 handicap against a 12Q, and white managed to win by 35 points, killing this lower left corner towards the end. That was quite a lucky strike. So let's check this out. White starts with a low kakari, which is very trendy nowadays, and black played the second line move to protect the corner, but that's a little bit submissive. Normally, if black wants to secure the corner, he's supposed to play q3 kick and then extend. This way, black keeps center, and now he can approach the top left corner. Of course, there are other ways for black to defend this lower right corner. The most common move is this Kosumi, preventing the pressing move. Also Keima, it's a very popular move to react. Or black can think about the pincers, like low pincer, tight and high as well. Then the large one, or he can play even loose at L3. And of course there are all kind of Josekis involved in these pincers, but right now we're going to check what happened in the actual game. So when this move is played, white decided to put pressure, but in fact white can think about cutting here in order to sacrifice a stone and force a black into an over-concentrated shape in the corner. So playing this cut, it's already putting black on the spot, so black has to capture a stone, then Atari from the outside, and either connect solid like this, or Atari one more time. Now the thing is, if black connects solid at S4, white can also go down P2, which is another forcing move, and then connect. So for black this result is quite painful because he invested 6 stones in the corner and he only built something like 6-7 points. So pretty much for each stone invested he made 1 point, which is not very effective. So this is a way for white to punish that move. Another way is to extend away like this, or even consider tenuki, because already in this position having the exchange from third line to second line, so white approached the corner and black defended on the second line, this is already profitable for white. So black tend to be submissive or passive. So white decided to put pressure. Now black pushes once, which is good, and black can also cut. Once black plays the q4 move, he's supposed to cut and start a fight here. This is going to be a fierce fight. Now black can push here once to expand his life space in the corner, and then Nobi, jump, and counter attack. So the game can get into a crazy fight from the beginning this way. Turning, it's a little bit more calm, let's say, but it feels bad for black to play the exchange at q4 and not cut. He could push out like this without turning and then jump and keep this q4 in reserve, because maybe later he can use it as a cut threat. So usually once you push, you need to cut as well and fight. So this feels pretty good for white to make some outside influence, but black should go out with a one space jump in order to stay ahead. Also black can think about Keima, but in this case it's safe to jump. There is no way for white to push and cut and damage the corner, so this will not work. Well, white should get ahead again. No bit's important here, otherwise black starts to build on the fourth line. So playing this approach, black can ignore and immediately go q8. Now from q8, black wants to attack at o6, so usually white will just protect in order to make a good shape. And this is already a good exchange for black on the right side. If white plays the hane, black can play double hane, threatening the cut. So white needs to nobi or play Atari and nobi. And this way black builds a lot on the right side, and there's still some agi when black approaches at o6, which is the eye stealing move. So black should consider this kind of follow-up. Now playing another move on the second line, it's obvious that black wants to build the corners and has a very territorial approach to the game. But in this case, white can attack from the left side, consider a counter or a double kakari. Now here usually black plays a kick and then goes between the stones, and now white can extend very nice on the left side. So again in this case, having this exchange third line against second line, white can threaten this f3 lightly, so he can just give it up for now. Okay, there's another way. White double approaches, black comes between the stones, and then white extends for a base on the bottom. So this way white got an extension from his wall. But again, black can play the honey in the head of 3 stones and go on the fourth line. So white is trying to get more influence, but giving the territory on the fourth line, in this case on the left side, feels very comfortable for black. Get ahead is good. So here normally black should play Keima to expand his corner and don't let white surround. Or honey in the head of 3 stones, then push under one time and even second time, because in the end white's moya on the bottom, it's not that huge as it looks. I mean, it's obvious white has this potential here, but it's not going to be very big. If we count the territories that black made in the 2 corners, they are probably bigger than what white will enclose in the middle area, because at some point black can also come from the center to reduce like this. And also the bottom, in the end game, black has this kind of moves. So black can reduce a lot and now come from the center. I think eventually this territory can become something like under 20 points or around there. And already black builds like 20 points in one corner and 20 points in the other one. So this looks like a very good start for black. But of course black is jealous seeing this kind of moya, so he wants to jump in instead of punishing by starting with a hane. And this can be troublesome, because right now I can consider the cap move. Turning here it's okay, but it's not necessarily sente. Black is quite safe in this lower left corner. Okay, but the block came anyway. So like this black becomes even bigger in the lower left corner. But now white is center and white should cap. Playing this hanging connection is no need. First of all, if black cuts there, the ladder doesn't work. So let's say we have the cap or the nobi or even one space jump to prevent that kind of hane, and black cuts. Now the ladder goes in the top, but it passes by very close to q16, so it's not broken. Let's check it out real quick. Reading out the ladders, it's one of the basic skills that the Go players it's learning. So it works because it's not broken by q16. The proverb says if one doesn't understand ladder, he should quit the game of Go. So ladder should be an easy thing to read. Therefore, for white to connect here when the ladder doesn't work, it's a waste. And even if the ladder would work, let's say black has a stone at n17, for example. So now the ladder is broken in case black cuts, and white plays away again. Now, when black cuts, in this case, white simply extends. So it's not such a big problem, because this fight can be pretty okay for white. In fact, stepping up on the fourth line is better here. So playing this move is passive, and being in a handicap game, white has to try to play a bit more active. Now black decides to leave under. Now a move like g2, it's obvious that it has two purposes. One is to keep black separated, and the other one is to restrict black's base. But it's better to play f2, because in this case white has more impact on the corner. So if black defends the corner to prevent the clamp or the push and cut, then white has the follow-up to invade and connect under and remove the base. If black still defends the bottom area like this and then jump out to stay safe, then the follow-up in the corner is to play the clamp and capture this stone. Well, this doesn't have to happen now. It's an endgame move, but at least this is how blocking at f2 affects the corner. Playing like this, when black blocks at h2, he has the option to connect under at f2. So now white also needs f2. If white plays away, let's say white plays something like this, and then or surrounds the group, black has the option to connect under, push and link. So he has a way out, a backup escape plan. This move is very good, threatening to connect to the right. So again, white should separate by playing p2. If white plays away, black simply connects under. And in this case, black would play a little more light, so he can think about the pip, threatening to cut at f5 and then jump out. Now it's very hard for white to catch this group, so all the moyo, all the potential that white had earlier here, now it's gone. So block, then white removes the base. This is fine, but black has a connection at p2 anyway. Black should push again instead, cover, and when white connects under, black will just jump out. This is a better way to escape to the center and keep p2 as a backup plan. Now white is supposed to do something with his low right group, either jump, no b, or make some I shape. Playing the turn, white can also turn. So now of course black can jump in the middle or just link under. It's better to turn because h3 will die anyway. And on this hane, white doesn't even have to worry about the connection. So white has time to fix here. When black connects, white also connects under. Or on the hane, if white plays the hane, black goes up, so white captures the stone, the h3 in center. In the actual game, black cuts, white plays another move, and now black hits center. This attack is not so important. It's more interesting to play the attack in the center and jump out, because this way black escapes and also ruins more of the white's moyo. So this way was quite submissive, because anyway black had an escape in the center or the connection underneath. So saving the k to stone, it's really not so urgent right now. Playing a hane here would be good. Even if white captures one stone like this, it's not great for white, because now the entire right side is in jeopardy. So go down, then white plays away. Right now white has a weak group on the right side, so it's no time to play big points like the shimari in the top left. White should jump out to escape as fast as he can from here. Well, no bit's possible too, but the group is still pretty heavy, so white is still on the run. But it's really urgent to play something in order to fix that q7. Now black desperately invades on the left side, but there's no need, because on the left side black can jump under and reduce the territory. Normally black should hane and put pressure on these weak stones, but let's suppose black doesn't see that the group is too weak, or he thinks it's so weak that even if he doesn't attack it right now, it will profit later. So only checking the the top side of the board, black can take the middle side extension, because that's good direction for white shimari to extend. I mean, from this kind of shimari, white would be interesting to extend towards the right. So against this kind of move, white can just take the top point, which is large. Playing a move like c11, it's not so interesting, or c13, because anyway, black is blocked both by d14 and d9. So on the side, black doesn't have too much space for making a base or ice. So right now, black is supposed to jump in the middle. Also, black can still jump at b9. So in order to keep a lot of pressure on d12, white should simply play b8. Because from b8, he's looking at b5, which is a nice key point to damage the corner, or to use the agi in the corner and try to live inside. So at least blocking at b8 has two purposes. One, creating the agi in the corner, and the second one, not allowing the jump and the connection underneath. So now black is supposed to jump out, because anyway he doesn't have room to fix a base. White can peep once to make the group heavy and then jump along. Now again, black is supposed to jump out, so black is simply running on neutral points, and then white can damage the corner, playing this move, for example. Anyway, we will see how the agi works in the lower left corner later in the game. And another thing is that if white plays a move here and black comes at c10, he still doesn't have a base, so white can attack the whole thing, pushing the group into the strong wall on the bottom. Now cut Kema at the waist, then take away DI and surround everything. So black has a hard time living with that group. Now playing from the strong area, and usually this kind of approach is going to help the weak stone fix somehow or settle. Now white is supposed to push, then when black goes out, take away the base, and black still runs. Playing here, it's going to help black make some eye shape. This is a very good turn. Then block, it's fine too. And now black already made a pretty good shape with this connection, and all of a sudden white became thin in the corner. So this attack failed for white. Once again, when you don't find a very good move to attack a single stone, it's better to leave it. So play away and decide later. Also, another option would be to try to come from the center, like this or like this. And at least on the way out, white is going to build territory while attacking. This is one way, so black is just running like a snake in that area, but he's got no eyes. So playing from below and trying to remove the base where there is no base, it's just helping black create some eye shape. Black doesn't have to push again, he can clamp and then jump out. If white plays here, black jumps again. Probably this was wishful thinking, hoping white will block immediately and then attach and jump, or maybe just bump and go out. But yeah, this way white takes away the base. The block is still necessary, so it keeps black down to one eye. Yeah, black has to jump, white jumps along, but already the group is out, or he can make the second eye. Well, jumping is fine, or like this. Playing this way, black is helping white get very strong in the top. Yeah, now he's alive. This Kema is quite okay. Well, of course he can play the other Kema, or this one, or even the table shape. But black is already fine. So now white goes for the top side. Well, an extension in this area is pretty good, but the relationship between this move and the stones in the middle, it's not so great, because black can still reduce with a move like J16. So normally white should consider an approach, a corner approach, a kakari, and then come back to L16 in order to set up a bigger moyo. So black is trying to come inside anyway. But well, he doesn't need to play this move right away. Now white shape is good when he protects. So for black it's more interesting to protect the corner first and then think about the shoulder hit of J16. Or simply leave the position as it is and attack the bottom group. This would be quite severe and will probably end the game. Pushing here is no need. That was already a good exchange, like a Kikashi. Black can leave it and come back to the Hane. Now black is just creating a weak group and a heavy one. White should turn, because the 4 stones in the top are in trouble, so when black blocks, white turns again and now black is on the run. And if black simply jumps out to rescue the 4 stones, now he has a problem on the left side, losing the I shape. So you gotta keep things simple. Separate and then get some profit. This is too ambitious. Black still needs to do something in the middle. Atari here and block, because now there's some agi at f14 and cut. So for example, oops, that's a misclick. Sorry. Black can start here and Atari like this. And now he can Atari from behind. That's a very sneaky move. If white connects, black captures everything. If white takes a stone, black captures the 4 stone. So this will lead to some sort of trade. Actually, it's not even a trade. Black is just cruising. Because now black can connect in the middle. And if white comes out, black has Atari, Atari, oops. Like this, and Atari again, and Atari again. So it's gonna be a collapse. Which means Atari, connect. Yeah, white needs to protect here, and then black has time to connect in the center. So now white lost the opportunity to separate those stones. Approaching here is no need, because it just makes white stronger. Yeah, and white can separate. But still, it's proper to turn first, to be connected. Playing here, black can cut. White will try to kill the 4 stones, and again we have this kind of variation. So white needs to turn, and then white is losing the 3 stones, which is again a fine trade for black. White needs another move here. Too much agi in the corner. So black jumps, and white should connect actually, because it's still a little bit of danger for black on the left side, and now the top stones are in trouble. So black will probably try to go out here or in the center like this. Normally, playing an approach like R14 against Q16 is not so effective, because black can simply defend the corner. In this case, when black already has a stone at O17, the way to approach the right side is what I call a submarine approach, either S15 or S16. So when this happens, black will block, white goes up, black connects, and then white extends for a base. This is a more effective way to approach that corner. Also playing something like S16, black will bump, go out. Once white can clamp to see if black connects solid or goes down. Probably in this case, black will resist, because he already has N17. So we can skip that exchange and leave T17 for later, and now extend for a base. So these are the ways to approach the corner. Playing like this, black can even kick and then take away the extension. Black is very fond of this second line move, but playing the kick it's fine, because he already has the defense at O17, and now Hane here to attack the bottom group again. Actually, this would be the theme of this game, playing the no-bait Q8 or jump, or playing Hane for black to punish. Yeah, usually when white pushes like this, the turn is also important, otherwise there's no need to push. Again, white can think about the sacrifice, because it creates agi. And after playing all these forcing moves, it's much easier to attack the center group, because white is pretty strong. In fact, I would connect once. Then when black goes out, separate the groups. Then jump and build something on the right side. So white extends for a base. The problem with this move is that black can push once and still take away that base. Hane finally arrives to attack the middle group. One space jump. Okay, very good. Make some eye shape. And now black panicked and connected under. But he shouldn't yet. Black can still jump in the middle in order to keep the pressure on the group. And only when he needs, when he's surrounded and he doesn't have eyes, he has to connect at P2. Right now, white is still struggling to escape. So this is quite an active way for black to fight in the middle. Okay, so black connects under, which is a little bit slack. The way to approach this cutting point is to go S9, and when black connects, go up and force the connection. Or if black connects here, push, and then again black needs to come back and connect. This way, white can make a larger base on the right side. Anyway, this peep helps white fix the right, but now it's still important to run out in the middle. Very good. And now keep the eye shape. Instead of blocking here for 1 point, white should jump out again. This Atari, white can connect, no problem. Playing this push, it's going to give ice, so it was an Ajikeshi and also a wasted Kotret. Black shouldn't play that move. Better jump, black shouldn't play the push. Because here, later in the game, black can use this move to take away the ice, and also as a Kotret. So yeah, connecting solid. I was thinking to get ahead, but there's still a problem here with the cuts and everything, so it's safer to connect solid. And now it's difficult for black to connect. Black should actually jump out. Turn, very good. And then try to surround the top. Now I should find a way to net those stones in the middle. Probably this kind of jump, and then separate. So push. Hane, it's an option here, because next the Atari at J9 will be painful. So when black tries to escape to the right, Atari like this. The problem is the group in the lower left, it's already alive. Sorry, middle left. Okay, now push. Still the vital point is to play here, or Hane and Atari. This way black makes a nice shape to go out, and white ended up with a bad shape. So good shape would be tiger mouth, and then try to surround everything or take away the eye shape like this. Yeah, this is nice, threatening the snapback. Then separate the group from the top, but still it's very difficult to catch this group. Black can play a jump like this and it's fine already. He can connect his groups. This seems a little bit desperate. Yeah, just cut. Instead of playing the Atari, black should attach and then push along. And now he can go Atari and make twice. This is already alive. No way to remove the ice. So it's a safe way. Well, something similar happened. In fact, here black can think about the Kosumi, which threatens the nose Tetsuji at Q10, and then keep the eye shape like this. And if white tries to kill, then black captures some stones. That would be a nice way to live. This is also a way to live. If Hane block, well, cut works too. more eye space. It's a territory in the middle already. Now here, instead of connecting, black should just turn and connect to the top. It happened eventually. So Hane first. When white connects, black connects and affects the right side. Also capturing some stones. And if white cuts, double Atari and connect to the top. This would be the simple way to escape. And if white pushes here, block. When white cuts, capture 2 stones. If white connects, connect like this. And now white has a problem on the right. Alive, but painful. So far black is looking good after he escaped here. White can damage more by playing the Hane. If black cuts, white can go down and capture the 2 stones this way. So normally black has to no-B. White can push once, then fight like this and go for a semi in the corner. So black needs to push under, then block, then connect under. So this way black loses more points. Like that, black can just connect and keep about 15 to almost 20 points in that corner. Going down is wrong. Usually just connect solid. But black can also ignore this. Let's see what's bigger on this board. That capture is available. Tari here. Yeah, this can be annoying. White has to leave. Like this. Then Hane threatening the snapback. Atari here also, Sente. And how is the RG in the lower left corner? It's okay. Yeah, and then connect. So black could play some center moves first. Well, for example here, if white connects in the middle, then the group can die. This group has only 1 eye, so it's a collapse. Alright, now going down, this allows white blocking center. It's better to connect solid, because then black can play center on the first line. Like this, white will block. Black keeps the eye shape in the corner, but anyway, that group was safe. No-B up. Atari. The group is alive already. Not much to do here. These are just like 1 or 2 points moves. It's better for white to turn, for example, or play on the second line here. The cut, it's no need. Just connect against the snapback. This Atari can hurt too. And now white is losing a few more stones. Actually, white can come out. Or like this. But again, there is not much to build in this area. So black is still leading big. Here black can cut and then capture a stone. So just no-B. Blocking here is 1 point. So white can turn once and then Keima in the top. Now instead of playing Hane, it's proper for black to play b5. And now the corner is safe. Nothing to worry about. That's a good shape. In this position, white has the idea of playing b5, threatening to cut. And if black plays here, white can just capture those guys. And black again needs a move to stay alive in the corner. Also, it's nice to invade the Sun, and then when black plays d2, white can hit the vital point and pull back. Oh, in fact, it was to play this kind of move. And if white makes an eye and black doesn't, black will lose the semi-eye. It's impossible for black to approach and play the Atari from the inside. So this is one eye versus no eye, or the so-called Mary Menashi. Anyway, we will get to this corner in a moment. So first M18, then block. Actually here, white should pull back. And now instead of playing Atari to remove the liberties, white should just push in the corner. And even Hane in center once. Then push again and protect. Playing this Atari destroys 1 point, but then normally white should go back and protect. If white is pushing now, black can Atari first, then cut, then Hane, which is a very sneaky move, because if white cuts, black can squeeze first in center, and then block and capture the 2 stones faster. So this backfired for white. The monkey jump is also too much. So pushing here, if Atari, and Hane, white has to block to create more liberties and cutting points. So when black blocks here, white has double Atari and it's fine. And if black still wants to go for a semi-eye, white has a cut, squeeze. This way white increases the liberties all the way to 5, and then he has time to capture faster. But still, if this kind of sequence happens, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, black takes everything backing center on the first line. But anyway, it's better than the actual game, because playing the monkey jump got punished. Yeah, too many cutting points here. Now I can try a call, but it's too desperate. There's no such a big call threat, so yeah, white needs to back up. And playing this move actually gave black a lot of territory in the top right corner, so P19 got punished really bad. I think black had an illusion here. He missed the neutral point at K10, thinking he can Atari and kill all. So if there's a stone here, black can Atari like this, Atari again, Atari in the top, oops, and go down. Then he kills everything. But the liberty is missing at K10, so none of that magic can work. And finally, white found the Tsuji to break this corner. Now instead of connecting solid at E3, black should play the vital point B5 or B4 to prevent the hit and to make an eye. Now when white protects here, black can double up. White will try to leave in the corner or connect under, otherwise the shape in the corner it's dead, and then black can leave. But white either links under or blocks to make 2 eyes in the corner. So this is already a lot of damage, but at least black stays alive. The way it happened in the game, black lost all the corner. So playing here, white can hit the vital point. This threatens to cut, then on this move, just pull back. And now even if black plays monkey jumps, white can already leave in the corner. So it's done. And even if white makes one big eye in the corner, it's impossible for black to capture that. So this was white's big chance to come back in the game. So now black could block, connect, allow the connection underneath, and stay alive. The group is alive now. But he tried to kill everything and died inside faster. Let's see here. Now it's a 1 eye versus 1 eye. Yeah, this might be a Seki. Oh, but this way it's a trait. That was wrong. Black should cut, give up the 4 stones, and be happy to capture the 3 stones in order to keep most of the corner alive. Like that. White doesn't even need this move. He's already alive and there is no way for black to approach from the outside. So in fact, the way for white to kill is not to play d2, but the key point is b5. That's the ice stealing Tetsuji, because that's the right move for black to make ice. So you have to remember this formation, the table shape. Well, going down here still leaves the idea of the ice stealing Tetsuji, where white can catch the 4 stones. But white wants to kill everything. And actually this can happen still. White can leave and black has only one eye. So the Tsumego in this corner was pretty interesting. And now black just lost the one game. White doesn't even need to play those moves. White can play away now. Because even if black approaches here and eventually he takes away these liberties, then take back and everything, it's still impossible for black to approach and play the Atari. And white already has 2 eyes. So first of all, when white plays a move like this and black tries to Atari, he puts himself in Atari. But it doesn't even matter. This would matter only when white makes an eye, but white already made 2 eyes. So white can play away. Then when black plays Atari, white captures, and that's life in the corner. Black has only 2 liberties, no eyes. So this is a waste to play inside when it's no need. Okay, black had some illusions now. White can just go down. So the game is finished. Well, quite lucky, this escape at the end, but as the saying goes, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Enjoy the review.